Have you ever felt like your entire world was falling apart? That something you treasured, something you thought was your forever, was suddenly ripped away. It's a devastating feeling, a gut-wrenching pain that makes you question everything. We've all been there. Whether it's losing a job, a relationship, or a dream we held so dear, the initial shock can feel like an ending. But what if I told you that sometimes these painful losses are not endings at all? What if they are actually powerful, disguised beginnings? There's a beautiful story that illustrates this perfectly. Imagine a little sparrow who had built its cozy, familiar nest inside an old, abandoned bell tower. For this sparrow, the bell was its entire world. It was safe, it was warm, and it was home. Every day was a cycle of comfort and predictability. The sparrow couldn't imagine a life anywhere else. It believed this little nest was the best it could ever have. But one day, something unexpected and terrifying happened. The old, silent bell suddenly rang. The deafening sound and violent vibrations shook the tower to its core. The sparrow's world was shattered in an instant. Its carefully constructed nest, its sanctuary, was destroyed. The sparrow was thrown out into the harsh, unfamiliar world, filled with panic and despair. Everything it had ever known, everything it had relied on for safety, was gone. The sparrow felt lost, abandoned, and utterly hopeless. Its safe haven had betrayed it. Alone and shivering, the sparrow looked back at the ringing bell, its heart filled with confusion and grief. Why did this happen? It was tempted to just give up, to let the cold and the fear consume it. What was the point of trying when the one place it felt secure was so cruelly taken away? The world outside the bell tower seemed vast and intimidating. Where would it even begin to look for a new home? Every direction seemed fraught with danger and uncertainty. The comfort of the known was gone, replaced by the terror of the unknown. But even in its darkest moment of despair, a tiny, persistent voice inside the sparrow whispered, "Keep going. Don't stop here." It was a flicker of instinct, a spark of resilience it didn't even know it had. So, fighting against the urge to surrender, the little sparrow took a deep breath and took flight. It flew for what felt like an eternity, through wind and rain, past countless trees and rooftops that just didn't feel right. It faced exhaustion and doubt. Many times, it wanted to turn back, even though there was nothing to return to. But that inner voice kept pushing it forward, urging it to explore just a little further, to look beyond the immediate pain. And then, just as it was about to lose all hope, the sparrow stumbled upon something incredible. It found a vast, lush forest it had never seen before. The trees were tall and strong, the leaves were green and vibrant, and the air was filled with the sweet songs of other birds. Tucked away in the branches of a mighty oak tree, it discovered the perfect spot for a new nest. This new home wasn't just a replacement, it was an upgrade in every possible way. It was larger, sturdier, and offered a much better view of the world. It was nestled in a community of other birds, offering a sense of belonging the lonely bell tower never could. The forest was teeming with life, with abundant food and fresh water. It was a paradise beyond the sparrow's wildest dreams. As the sparrow settled into its new, wonderful home, a profound realization washed over it. It looked back in the direction of the old bell tower, now just a distant silhouette, and understood. If the bell hadn't rung, if its small, comfortable world hadn't been destroyed, it would have never left. It would have spent its entire life confined to that cramped, dark, and lonely space, completely unaware of the magnificent forest that was waiting for it all along. The sparrow realized that the terrifying event it had perceived as the end of its world was, in fact, the very thing that pushed it toward a far better existence. The pain of loss was the catalyst for its greatest discovery. The shock was not a punishment, it was a liberation. This story isn't just about a sparrow, it's about us. Think about the bell-ringing moments in your own life. Perhaps it was a sudden job loss. You felt secure, you knew your role, and then one day, the company restructured and you were let go. The initial feeling is one of panic and failure. Your identity feels shaken, but then forced to look for something new. You discover a career path you're truly passionate about, one that offers more fulfillment and growth than your old job ever could have. You find a workplace with a better culture, or you even start your own business, something you'd never have dared to do before. The loss of the job wasn't the end, It was the push you needed to find your true calling. Or maybe it was the painful end of a long-term relationship. Your heart was broken and you felt like you'd never love or trust again. The future you had planned together vanished overnight. The grief can be all-consuming. But as time passes and you begin to heal, you start rediscovering yourself. You reconnect with friends, pick up old hobbies, and learn what you truly want and need in a partner. And eventually, you find a new lover relationship that is healthier, more supportive, and more aligned with who you have become. You realize that the end of that old relationship, as painful as it was, made space for something far more beautiful to enter your life. Life has a strange way of working. The universe sometimes has to forcefully remove something from our lives to make room for something better. We cling to our comfortable nests, our jobs, relationships, or situations because they are familiar, even if they are limiting our growth. We're often too afraid to leave on our own. So, life gives us a nudge. Sometimes it's a gentle push, but other times it's a loud, earth-shattering bell that forces us out. These moments are designed to make us grow. They shake us from our complacency and force us to reevaluate our lives. Pain and loss are powerful motivators. They compel us to search for new strengths within ourselves, to explore new possibilities, and to build a life that is more authentic and fulfilling. Without these challenges, we might remain stuck in places that are no longer serving us, completely unaware of the bigger, better world waiting just beyond our comfort zone. So, the next time you feel like your world is being turned upside down, the next time you experience a painful loss, I want you to remember the little sparrow. Don't let despair consume you. It's okay to grieve, it's okay to feel the pain, but don't lose hope. Trust that this might be your bell-ringing moment. This could be the universe pushing you out of a small, cramped space and toward a vast, beautiful forest you never knew existed. Keep moving forward, even when it's hard. Listen to that inner voice that tells you to keep going. Trust the process. What feels like a devastating loss today might just be the best thing that ever happened to you. The end of one chapter is simply the necessary clearing of the stage for a much more exciting and rewarding one to begin. What is lost will be replaced by something better, something more suited for the person you are becoming. Believe that your forest is out there, waiting for you. All you have to do is have the courage to fly towards it. Thank you so much for watching. If this message resonated with you, please hit that like button and subscribe for more content to help you navigate life's journey. Share this with someone who might need to hear it today. Remember, you are stronger than you think. See you in the next video.